After 3 days of presenting evidence, the Democrats finally wrapped up their case in the impeachment trial of President Donald Jolene Trump. And now, Trump's defense is taking the floor and presenting their arguments. And it basically boils down to this. 1, this is just a political attack by the Democrats. 2, Trump did nothing wrong. And 3, there are no first-hand witnesses who spoke to Trump about a quid pro quo. And that last one is pretty ballsy, right? Because how are you going to complain about having no eyewitnesses when you're the ones blocking the eyewitnesses? Right? It's a pretty slick move. You can't have it both ways. It's like if you're a vegan, you can't complain about all the chickpeas in your life, okay? Yeah, you chose that chickpea life. Now you just got to stay quiet, except for all the farts, but that's you. But now this is where it gets interesting. Right in the middle of Team Trump making that argument about witnesses, we got some big news from someone who Democrats have been trying to get to testify in this trial. And I'm talking about John Bolton, former Trump national security advisor and star of HBO's Deadwood. You see, the White House has been terrified about what he might tell the Senate, and now it looks like we know why.
Breaking overnight, bombshell. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton ready to turn on the president as news leaks from his explosive new book about what he claims really happened with Ukraine.
Bolton says the president told him that he wanted to continue freezing $391 million in security assistance to Ukraine until officials there helped with investigations into Democrats, including the Bidens.
President Trump signaling that he is going to paint John Bolton as a disgruntled former employee. Take a look at his tweet from earlier today. He says, if John Bolton said this, it was only to sell a book.
Wow, this is a big deal. Because we now know that if Bolton testifies, he would say that Trump personally told him that he wanted to hold up aid to Ukraine until he got dirt on the Bidens, which is the whole thing. This is the heart of the entire impeachment thing. So I don't know how Senate Republicans can justify not hearing from Bolton now. Like there's no reason. Imagine an eyewitness to a murder wanted to testify and the judge just refused. You know, just like, Your Honor, I saw this man and I saw the crime firsthand. It'd be like, up, no spoilers, no spoilers. I want to see how it ends. And by the way, is Trump really going to argue that John Bolton is just another disgruntled employee? Because I don't know about you, but he sure seems to have a lot of disgruntled employees. Like, how come nobody ever leaves the White House gruntled? Just like, thank you, Mr. President. I am so gruntled to have worked with you. So Bolton's book has thrown a big, hairy curveball into this impeachment trial. But believe it or not, the Bolton revelations aren't the only big new piece of evidence. Because remember Lev Parnas? Yes? Rudy Giuliani's right-hand man and the Count from Sesame Street? Well, after Parnas said that he worked for Trump to get dirt on Joe Biden, Trump repeatedly claimed he has no idea who this man is. And that's even though they've appeared in more photos together than Mariah Carey and Christmas trees. So now the question is Trump lying about not knowing Parnas, or is Parnas lying about knowing Trump? Well, it turns out Parnas has the receipts.
Breaking overnight, the release of an explosive new audio tape that reportedly features President Trump speaking to Igor Fruman and Lev Parnas at a dinner in 2018.
On the tape, a voice identified as Parnas can be heard telling Trump that the ambassador to Ukraine was bad-mouthing him.
Yeah, and she's basically walking around telling everybody, wait, he's going to get impeached, just wait. I mean, really? It's incredible. Get rid of her.
Hooray.
Okay, get her out tomorrow. I don't care. Get her out tomorrow. Take her out, okay? Excellent. Do it.
President Trump has repeatedly said he doesn't know Lev Parnas. But on the tape, they talk in detail about Ukraine.
White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham said the gathering doesn't mean the president knew of or even remembered Lev Parnas.
The president sits at many, many dinners, at many, many round tables with people that he does not know.
Yeah, the president has many, many dinners, sometimes all on the same night. Come on, guys, I'm sorry. You just can't keep pretending that Trump doesn't know this guy, right? Because first they said Trump wouldn't remember all the people he takes photos with. Okay, I understand that. Now they're saying Trump can't remember all the people he has private dinners with? What's next? They're gonna be like, look, the president gets matching quid pro quo back tattoos with a lot of people. He can't be expected to remember all of them. But another thing this tape demonstrates is that, once again, this president has an insane number of people who are secretly recording him. Like, this is not normal. Do you know how many people have secretly recorded Trump now? Lawyers, aides, henchmen. Basically, everyone Trump trusts with his secrets is wearing a wire. At this point, we have enough tapes to produce an album, which is exactly what we did.
Are you ready to hear President Trump unfiltered, uncensored, and unaware that he's being recorded? Introducing, now that's what I call Trump being secretly recorded. The president put his trust in a few select people, and they've been taping his ass the whole time. You'll hear recordings from Lev Parnas.
Take her out, okay?
Excellent.
Do it.
Michael Cohen.
Give me a cup, please.
And this classic call with Omarosa when he pretended he didn't know she got fired.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
We've selected the best from over 500,000 hours of audio from places like the Access Hollywood tape.
Grab him by the
Take advantage now because we will never have a president this gullible again.
This is all sort of like off the record, right?
Not anymore. And if you call in the next 5 minutes, we'll add this bonus DVD. Now that's what I call the president sniffing. Awesome! Call now.
There's no guarantee recordings will lead to impeachment.